I think addicts reach a point where they just throw their hands up and just kind of say, screw it. There's no hope from here on out. And so I think rock bottom's a scary term. Are you going to stop and turn around and go the other way or not? Hi, my name is Andy Arnold, and I'm a licensed chemical dependency counselor for Centacor and Tyler, and I run their outpatient program. And I facilitate meetings, 12-step meetings for young people here in the East Texas area. I've just always had a heart for trying to help addicts since I recovered from my own addiction, and I knew that Centacor, their primary function is to help addicts that can't afford treatment, and so I really wanted to be a part of that and get a chance to work with those people who were less fortunate that couldn't find treatment and help them find a way out as well. One of my closest and dearest friends had that made for me out of stainless steel. When I got my 10-year sobriety chip, they had a big party for me, and she had that made. And so September 22nd of 2008 is my actual sobriety date, but 2018 was my 10-year anniversary. And then the scripture, 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 7 through 10, that's my life scripture. That's the one that I live by every day. And basically it's to help you stay humble and remember that I'm not all that. Keep that pride at bay. And then I call myself the hope dealer because I used to be a dope dealer, and now I'm dealing hope. I've learned that addiction is all-inclusive, that it knows no bounds. There's no social bounds or racial or any other demographic. I've been really humbled to meet all kinds of people, to come to understand that, wow, man, anybody can fall into this disease, and my own story is kind of a perfect picture of that. I had a client that I was doing sessions with, and I made a comment about this saying, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, and she really liked that, and so she decided that she was going to make this little board for me and brought it, and so I've had it up here ever since. The cowboy with the praying cross. Somewhere early on in my recovery, I had seen a picture of that and talked about it a lot. And so I was working with a guy trying to help him with his step work, and he was a big cowboy. He actually was a horseshoer, and he loved to cut metal with a cutting torch. And so one day he just cut that and brought it to me and gave it to me. So it's one of my favorite pieces. So yeah, I love the humility of it, to the guy who looks desperate to stop in the middle of what he's doing and ask for some prayer, some help. I was kind of I was a good kid, didn't get in much trouble, kind of the all-American boy next door type, hometown hero football player. Took care of my mom and my grandma, and the girls wanted to bring me home to meet their moms. I was that guy, and my life kind of came easy for me early on, even though I lost my father at 16, and of course that was a terribly traumatic event. Still, the people in my life stepped forward and made sure that I had everything, and I stepped out of high school into a great job, and I never felt like I had, to work for anything or to earn that, to find out what it was like to struggle. Things just kind of fell into my lap. I had a little tin can where I kept all my drug paraphernalia. I thought I had it hidden, but one night when I went to get it, I found a letter in it from my 17-year-old son. And the letter basically said, "From one who speaks for many. We love you, we believe in you, we think you can really do this." I can't tell you what the effect that letter had on me. The letter messed me up pretty bad. So I went to find some drugs because I was hurting. But that was the last time I did drugs ever. I remember the moment sitting in a meeting where I had kind of been skeptical and sort of, not buying into what they were selling, so to speak. And I remember thinking, it was just kind of a revelation. Hey, you're miserable and they're happy. and they're running around with a pretty good life, and you're miserable, and you're arguing with how they're saying that it works. And so that was kind of, that's, I think the more that an addict that's struggling now can be around that and hear those stories and meet those other addicts, the more they're going to come to believe that there is hope. And and I think, with an addict, if he could ever invest himself in hope, I think they'll turn around. I think that was once I believed that recovery was possible for me, nothing was going to keep me from getting it.